What's good, listeners? What's good with you? It's your boy, Spence Faiska Crosby.
Yo, it's your boy, William Taylor, Professor Illwill, New Wave Coaching, Nutrition, Fitness, Mindset.
And Tyler Wellness back again, helping open-minded individuals every single day make talent to income.
And welcome to Fill Your Cup Podcast. We got our tea. I said we got our tea. We got our tea ready. That's what happens when you talk so fast. I swear you just kind of like, blah, 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 like so fast. I like when I talk with different Hispanic people, and especially my girl too, she has said like, man, black people talk fast. And I'm like, yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Well, not all black people. Let me not generalize all black people, but I know in my household we talk very fast. And sometimes I'm like the only one that can understand my brother at times, because I'm like, he said that fast, but it just registers with me. Anyways, that was like my little rant. Why sometimes
from New York.
Man, dude, I don't know what it's from. Like, you should hear my cousins from Chicago, because my mom's side is from Chicago. They be like deddy, and then when they spell shit out, that's what really blows me away. Like, I just bit my cheek because I got big teeth. But what do they say? What did my cousins say? They'll say stuff like neum. They'll spell it out though, and ndem. And I'm like, dude, why didn't you just put THEM? Put them, not dem. And I'm like, my deddy. And like my auntie, like, yo, country is hell. My mama, my daddy. I'm like, dude, and it's like we're not that far away from you. Why you so damn country? But anyways, let's go ahead and pour up the cup. I'm gonna do the honors of pouring up the cup for everybody.
Thank you, young team master.
Appreciate it.
I was gonna say sim.
Sim.
That means yes in Portuguese, Brazilian Portuguese.
Okay.
Sim. All right. And it is all poured for everybody. Guys, go ahead. Well, listeners, please go ahead and pour your cup and whatever you have. And let's go ahead and take a sip, fellas.
You gotta set that intention.
Yes, we do. Go ahead and grab your cups. Set the intention, listeners, for yourselves. We're going to set it for the entire podcast.
For a great podcast.
As always. Man, this is hot.
It is.
Oh, my gosh. I don't know. I'm not going to take a sip quite yet. That's really hot.
My fingers.
I guess I'll tell you guys the flavor now is marshmallow root and cinnamon. So it's a pretty basic one. I don't know a whole lot about marshmallow root, so I'm not going to act like I do. So, but you guys know the benefits of cinnamon. Cinnamon is like the spice, one of the greatest spices of all time. I think spices are one of the greatest medicinal things of all times because it offers a lot of benefits for the body. So we're not going to take a sip right now, but we're going to talk about the topic for today, and that is setbacks. And everyone has setbacks. It's all about how you bounce back from those setbacks. That's the most important thing. And I think that's how you really groom your character. So fellas, talk about setbacks. Let's discuss once again that speech. Let's discuss setbacks.
All right, man. So I can tell you guys about a time. Just a minor setback for me was one time I was in high school and I was training for my driver's training certification. And I was in the driver's training course, practicing for the test, learning everything I need to learn. And I was just so eager to get my driver's training and my license and stuff like this. So I decided I'd take my driver's training test in the middle of the winter. And it was really hard to see the lines. I ended up passing like the first part exam, the parking test, And then my uncle at the time, he let me use his car. He's got this long Cadillac DeVille, so one of them old school long boys, And it's really just a boat, so it's really hard to park and all this type of stuff, And I ended up failing that driver's training test. I had to come back probably around spring that year, practice up a little bit more, had learned how to park. I could park now. And then, boom, we get into the car. I start the exam. I'm kind of like backing up, looking over my head, backing up. And this car comes out of nowhere. And I got the test examiner with me, of course. And I don't know if it's kind of set up. It kind of seemed like it set me up or something, man. But anyways, like I ended up pulling out and kind of cutting off this car. And it was right there. The driver examiner, she was like, yeah, you failed. Instant failure. You failed the test. So I had to pay again. Once again, that's $50, at the time, just working my little job. I didn't really have a lot of money, just had some money saved. And boom, had failed that time. And then that time I was really mad, man. I was mad. My uncle was like, hey, you better chill out, man, not drive crazy. But I come back one more time in summertime, and I'm in there and I got a different instructor this time in the summer and it's nice and stuff. I think just a couple of days before my birthday, and then we get in there and everything was kind of smooth for the most part, and kind of nervous, but I got past it and I was able to get my driver's license. So that was something for me. That was real challenging for me, minor, but I had failed twice, and I had to come back a third time and I got that driver's license. But I definitely feel like that whole experience made me a much better driver. I had got out there and really practiced and had mastered, parallel parking, reverse parking, paying attention, make sure I'm not cutting anybody off, and inside of a big Cadillac, so it really helped me and it made me a great driver.
Nah, he still sucks. I promise you. I'm just kidding. Go ahead, Tyler.
Man, I'll tell you all about one time I took a L but then bounced back. So
Isn't that a song?
yeah, it is. So what's crazy is one time in college, right? A couple of my buddies and I, we had this college night, which was Wednesday nights. Every night on Wednesday, we would go to Sky Zone, trampolines, right? And I was an athlete and did a ton of things and stuff like that. And every single week we were going. One night, things just felt a little off, but it was like, whatever, we got the whole crew here already, let's go in. And we're playing dodgeball on the trampolines. I did this front flip in the air to dodge a ball that was coming at me. I successfully dodged it, but did not land properly. And at that moment, when I landed, I tore my ACL, PCL, MCL, LCL, small bone fracture and everything in my left leg. And that was a huge setback for me right then and there. It literally was like a Mortal Kombat X scene. Ooh. It felt crazy. And that night, my leg swelled up really crazy. We went to the ER real fast. They didn't have any doctors to do an MRI, but we did an X-ray. And they were like, nothing's broken, so here's some crutches and some pain meds, which, for me, I don't really take meds, so it was just crutches. And they were like, I had to schedule an actual appointment to come back later, which then I found out, all that stuff was torn. And the docs were like, yeah, you probably won't be able to do the same kind of physical activity that you used to anymore. That was a huge setback again, because I love to run, I love to lift, I was doing a ton of things, I had a lot of ideas for myself, and to be told that, I was like, man, I don't want to accept this as reality. And people that know me today, after that moment, I had even got a job at a Planet Fitness. I became a trainer. I was training people. I started to lift even more than I did before, and I overcame that significantly. I didn't let that really get to me and everything. So that was one time I took a major L, but turned it into something else.
Man, that's crazy. It's crazy how everybody has these different stories to tell. I know for me, I guess my setback was when I was in college and got kicked out of college in the first year. And I didn't give a fuck like I really did. I only went to college solely because my cousin, then the pressure from my mom. But I only went to college not to party, though. I literally went there to definitely it was nice to sleep more. And then it's just the freedom. I was staying on the dorms, and I was introduced to weed by my homeboy, who we're still real cool. That's like my brother now. And
what college?
Western Michigan. Man, I stayed in the dirty Burnhams.
I went to college to party at Kalamazoo. What was it like? It was like Western. Kalamazoo's like Western.
Yeah, it's like that whole K-Zoo was just crazy. But man, I went there, didn't hardly go to class. Show them up late. I went to class. I'm telling you, I was on academic probation. And then I remember my boy, man, they got crazy stories to me. But anyways, I remember I think, was it April? It was like, yeah, you gonna have to get the hell out of here. And so I was on probation. I left out that mug. I think I was $20,000 in debt. Ooh. But this was my mom. She took out a Parent Plus loan. And that was stupid. I encourage all parents and kids, do not do the Parent Plus loan. So anyways, I'm paying that now for my mom because I don't want her paying that because I think it's just fair that, hey, I wasted that time. I'm going to pay that thing. So anyways, it's $20,000. We got it now to half of that now. And that was what? I don't know. College was 10 years ago. telling you, those payments be kicking your ass. Though you be like, damn, like now they go up like every like couple years. The interest on, I'm like, man, what the fuck? Like,
You gotta see if you can get like a loan forgiveness now.
you can't even do that with that. I think student loans you can, but like Parent Plus loans, they like fuck them parents. Like, they don't care, man. So it's messed up. But that was my setback. You know how I bounced back? Not going back, and just really started doing my own thing because I never really was a type of guy that wanted to work for people. I always wanted to do my own thing. And the crazy thing about it is I went to school to become a personal fucking trainer.
Same.
Like who goes to school to be a person? Please, if you're listening, do not go to school to be a personal trainer. Just go to school just to professional degree or something like that. But don't go to school for business and personal training. Like how are you gonna go to school for business? You want to run your own business and you talking to people that's not running their business. That's crazy. Or going to school to be a personal trainer, you could get certification. You don't even have to be certified. Just get your experience. That's what I did. I got experience, tons of experience, and then now I have my own business. That's my bounce back from a setback. Whatever. Like, don't waste time in college unless you know exactly what you want to do.
Unless you want to and it's fun and you're going to party.
Do not listen to that. No, you can party easily at a community college and go to the college. Because I used to go to MSU and I used to party with my homeboy there. And man, I'm telling you, party was never my thing though. I swear. I used to just go there to, like, in the hopes I'll find a chick that was like really into anime like I was, and well I still am, and she'd be like, that anime moment, and we both cross eyes, and she's like, you here? And I'm like, I'm here too. You here as well? And the next thing you know, we like, why are we both here? Let's just go. And then we have like, I don't know.
Eat some ramen.
Had 12 kids, later. But yeah. Don't do it.
It's pretty kawaii.
What'd you say there?
It's kawaii.
Kawaii? What's kawaii, bro? For I and other people who don't know.
Pretty, I think it's cute.
Cute?
Yeah.
Okay. Little Japanese going on.
Like, they have like, and that's how I learned Japanese. I speak fluent Japanese when I hear nanda? Nani. There you go. But no, that's how I bounce back from my setback, guys. Just kind of like following what I really want to do. And it's hard talking to the mic right now. Like my shoulders bother me because I've been doing too much. But anyways, it's crazy how we have our setbacks, but we find a way to persevere through. And you got to just keep moving forward. Like my man's Aaron Yeager is saying, or he's demonstrating, keep moving forward. Guys, what do you recommend to get through your setbacks?
Definitely understand whenever you do have a setback in life, try to teach it, try to look at it as more of a teaching situation and how you can learn from it, because we're all going to fail in life, but it's only those of us who are true failures who give up, so as long as you keep trying, keep failing, keep learning, keep growing from whatever experiences that you're in, you can definitely become a better version of you, smarter, and yeah, just don't keep making the same mistakes. Keep making the same mistakes, you're stupid. Don't do that. So learn from those mistakes and just take it with a grain of salt and take it as a lesson.
I'm going to say just watch the young, right? You see a baby, when it tries to walk and crawl, it's going to fall, right? But it doesn't see that fall as, oh, I can never do this, and let me just lay here and just stay on the ground. It gets up. It doesn't even think about it. It's just like, I know what I want to do. I want to walk over there to my mom or dad or whatever. And it just keeps on going, right? And so that's how you should take your life. You should feel that, you're going to fall, but what do you actually want? Do you have your eyes set on the goal? And if you do, then keep going at it. Again, that kind of goes back to the 4-step plan I always talk about that you guys will have to check out a previous episode to hear again.
And with that, guys, we're going to take a quick intermission. Be right back. And we back with Setbacks. What's up? It's your boy, Spence Crosby. Got the fellas with me again.
All right, so here we go. Tyler, he had shared an experience earlier about an injury, and that kind of brought an idea to my mind also at a time when I had an injury. I was in high school. I was on a football team. We were practicing football, and I and the other homie, we collided in practice, doing the drills, and man, I just had a twinge in my back all of a sudden. It was really, really sharp pain, And it didn't really bother me too much. Felt like muscle soreness, so I just kind of Toughed it off, pain is for the weak, whatever. And then kind of finished out that season, but just had an agonizing. It kept getting worse and worse. So by the end of the season, I think it was around like basketball season, kept playing with this injury kind of. And then after a while, like spring came around, I just realized like, man, it hurts too much, man. I gotta do something about it. So I talked to my pops. We kind of figured out got some physical therapy set up and stuff like that. So I'm in the physical therapy. It's kind of helping me with my back and this type of stuff. And I'm out there. And it just kind of hurt, not being able to perform as a young athlete as I should be able to. Kind of losing my flexibility, losing my speed. So I'd still get active, come around that season, practicing, still doing like my physical therapy. And I and my homies, my boy Tony and Dre, if y'all listening, y'all know what's going on. But we were out there and we just play basketball sometimes. We go out there and play basketball. And one day I had gone out there, we were playing basketball, and it was just like, I don't know, I couldn't really see it in myself, but I guess I was just out there complaining like, man, my back hurts. So every time I try to do something, I was like, oh, it's because of my back hurts, kept saying it. My boy Tony, he just kind of looked at me, he's like, yo, like, shut up, bro. Like, we care, like, we understand that your back hurts and we care and we know that it sucks, but you keep telling us that your back hurts isn't really doing anything to make your back feel better. It's not helping you fix your back. It's just kind of annoying us, And I kind of sat back and I was like, damn, that's kind of messed up, but he's right. I can complain and tell him about my back all I want and voice and, vent and tell people like my problems, whatever it is, and that's not going to do anything to fix the problem. So I realized in that moment, I had a kind of a major realization, like complaining isn't really worth anything. If you're complaining, and you're using your energy to complain, it takes energy to talk, to voice that, to feel the pain, you could be using that energy to actually fix your problem. So, me complaining about my back problem isn't me researching and doing some research on finding what exercises I can do to try to alleviate my pain or try what stretches I can do or how can I fix my back pain, So that kind of was just a major realization for me. And from there, I kind of continued to take action rather than complaining. I say, hey, well, what can I do about it? What can I look at? What can I learn? Maybe if I do some stretches here, I notice when I stretch, it helps. And that ultimately is what helped me kind of deal with my back pain. And now I don't have as much back pain. It doesn't really bother me too much at all. So I guess just a lesson from that, man, is don't complain, man. If you're complaining about something, try to find a way to fix it rather than complaining about it.
Pretty solid story right there. And as you said, the only person who can fix your problem is you. You can't just talk it out, right? But okay, so I'm gonna jump in real quick. A story about a time that I took a recent setback. This was back in like October area, of last year. So as many of you guys know, one of my reoccurring income streams is running ads for clients, right? And, I get thousands of dollars a month to do that exactly. And the platform I was using, it suspended my ad account and said I was banned one day. What happened was, I'm not going to go into super details, but I had a client that ran an ad with my name attached to it that got, me suspended. And that was a major setback because, again, I have multiple clients that I'm managing their ad accounts for, and I didn't approve the ad that the person tried to run. And so for me, then at that moment, I had to pivot fast, right? I have clients that wanted some changes done. I had to, basically restart completely. What I did in that moment, though, is I realized that essentially the platforms themselves, those are, if you can learn how to leverage one platform, you basically know how to leverage all of them. So then I hopped on Google Ads, I hopped on YouTube, I hopped on Snapchat, I hopped on TikTok ads and everything and started to kill the game on all these platforms too. And then I also made alternative accounts on Facebook, which allowed me to come back stronger than ever. And now I know, the certain types of clients that I want to work with and certain types that I don't. And the ones that I will are the ones that allow me to manage, what actually goes through. Because again, I know the Facebook ads policy. I know what is approved. I know what's not. And the person did not. And that's kind of what happened there. So one of the setbacks there is essentially I had 2 days, where everything was down and I couldn't do a thing. And I was just like, what do I do? Is my whole my whole campaign done? No. In that moment, you have to come up, like, the same mind that creates the problem is not the one that can solve it. So I had to throw away the problem thinking and start thinking about solutions.
All right, so we got our solutions. We got our solutions to the setbacks and whatnot. Great stories, fellas. Great stories. All right, that's the tea. Yours is
The tea's gone.
man, yours is gone, man. Like dang,
love
dude.
tea, man.
It's pretty good. It's pretty good. I don't know. I think it's a good combination. I guess I'm about to be a professional tea maker. Tea sponsorships, where you at? No, I'm just kidding. No, I'm not though. Make sure y'all supply my tea. Because if y'all know better, y'all do better. Guys, we about to go ahead and cut this. It's your boy Spence Crosby, aka Faiska. I'm out of here.
William Taylor, New Wave Coaching. You can't surf the way, you can't change the waves, but you can learn to surf.
And Tyler Wellness, again, helping open-minded individuals turn their talents to income in the Talent to Income Academy.
Peace.
Peace.